Joining me now, Mark Morgan, former U.S. Border Patrol chief under President Obama. Mark has a lengthy, distinguished career in law enforcement at almost every level of government. Before the Border Patrol, 20 years in the FBI, time as special agent in charge of the FBI's El Paso division, one of its busiest divisions and sectors, as well as in local law enforcement. Mark, good to have you with us, and thank you so much. This is, it is extraordinary that the Democrats will not recognize. They've become deniers. The facts are the facts. It isn't a matter of dispute. The number of criminal illegal immigrants being arrested, the number likely extrapolating from previous experience who are getting across that border, the deadly drugs that are being trafficked into this country from Mexico, and by the way, the majority of which, majority of fentanyl, marijuana, cocaine, heroin, it's all coming from Mexico. And they refuse to acknowledge that. And you say the president's wall is exactly the prescription necessary to stop it.
Lou, that's absolutely right. And everything you just said is exactly why I've broken my silence after all this time. Two major points that I want to make sure the American people hear based on my experience, not some political ideology. The president is absolutely correct when he says this is a national security and humanitarian crisis. It absolutely is, and it has been. Number two, let's go back to what you just mentioned earlier. What is incredulous to me is in 2006, the Secure Fence Act was passed, a bipartisan group of politicians that were saying the same thing years ago that the president is saying now, why we need the wall. And the wall, what's ironic about that, 720 miles of wall was built as part of a multi-layered approach of infrastructure, technology, and personnel. And it works. And we have the facts that show it works. Go to El Paso, go to San Diego, go to Nogales. It's fact.
It is fact. And the truth is this, that this country is suffering through a crisis that will be unending. It will go on in perpetuity because this president is not receiving the support. And it's not a question of partisanship, as the president has said. This is the duty of every person, Democrat and Republican. There is another duty at play here, which is being ignored. This country has, as a neighbor, Mexico, which has so many wonderful qualities as a nation, and certainly the peoples of Mexico are wonderful people for the most part. But they're under the control of cartels across the vast sweep of northern Mexico, its government itself. And this president is the only president in history to ever say he is taking them on. And that's what he's doing when he tries to stop the drug trade, the sex trade, and illegal immigrants crossing that border, correct?
That's absolutely right. And as you mentioned, I spent 2 decades in the FBI, one leading the El Paso division for the FBI. And I can tell you, Lou, the cartels, they were warring then and they're still warring now. And think about that. I want the American people to take a second. Why are they warring? Because they're fighting over the human trafficking routes, the drug routes, the illegal immigration routes. Why? Because it's so profitable. If we build this wall as part of that multi-layered approach, we take that avenue away from them. It's just common sense. The president is right. We take a significant avenue away from them, and now we are in a better position to stop this and dramatically reduce bad things and bad people coming into this country.
In that vein, let me ask you for your judgment on this. The government of Mexico now with the new president, López Obrador, he represents change. The question is what direction that will take. But those cartels have corrupted the government itself of Mexico at the federal level, the provincial level. How much of the border, both sides of the border, are corrupted as a result of those cartels, their trafficking, and the efforts, let's be very clear, the efforts of the establishment right and left to keep that border wide open for illegal immigration and keep business as usual, whether it's remittances, $50 billion worth flowing across that border southward, or drugs moving north?
Lou, make no doubt, the cartels are alive and well. The corruption is alive and well. And that's why if you look at the experts who work this every single day, who have dedicated their lives, 127 Border Patrol agents have given their lives defending the border. If you look at this, it's absolutely an issue. And that's why when we talk about what we need to do, it's not just about the wall, which we need, but it's also continue to work with Mexico to get them to get skin in the game and fix issues on their side. We need to do it all, including the wall.
Mark Morgan, good to talk with you. We thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Take care.